in the stream, but like I said, we're kind of messing up the whole map intros for this series anyways. So James hopefully will join us back. He did get into the game. He had to go take a smoke break, so he'll be back in a little bit of time. For now though, spawning in, and again, big thank you to Rotterdam for that host. Spawning here in the top right corner of the map, it's going to be Invasion Gaming's light blue Terran is Gumiho. Actually, I take that back. I think it's Invasion Esports. But let me go check and correct myself before I get too far away. Yeah, Invasion Esport, pardon me. Gaming, what is that? In the bottom left, though, it's going to be the red Terran player, MVP's Marine King. And I want to give a big shout out to, if you guys didn't hear, I didn't realize, because he doesn't normally cast this. Nathaniel's just started casting, I guess, in the last round. I think he's covering Choya versus Salvation at the moment. I don't know what the story is for the semifinals, but we do have Liquid Hero and Trap advancing over their opponents to go to those semifinals. Now, every week we've cast both semifinals, but if Nathaniel is also casting, we may not. We may end up splitting the matches. I don't know. I'll have to confirm with Oli Moly afterwards. And, well, we got this last game to get through first, of course. The winner of this will go on to fight against Liquid Hero, who's been looking in fantastic shape lately, especially with these online cups. And I gotta tell you, as much as I want to see Marine King get through, Gumiho's been playing this series pretty darn well. Even in the game he just lost, I mean, it was, so just a clutch timing out of Marine Kinging. Sorry, speaking with Oli Moly right now, actually, about seeing what we're doing with the semifinals. But yeah, so I guess one of the things I'm looking at for this matchup, again, we talked a little bit earlier, there's the 1-1-1 builds and there's the Banshee builds, and there's really not a lot of wiggle room for in between. But Marine King showed us last game that there is, if you want to do it properly. He kind of did the 1-1-1 a little bit later with a Widowmine drop, but goes for the fast command center once again. This was something that worked out really well for him, but this is such a hard thing to get away with. Because a command center, that's 400 minerals, that's so many Marines, that's 4 Hellions, that's your defense is down to get this up so early, plus another 150 to make it to the orbital. I mean, this is a huge, incredibly expensive investment at the start of the game like this. But with the factory coming up, he's a little bit farther behind Gumiho in production. But it looks like Gumiho did not go for anything too wicked this game. No quick 2 Raxes or anything so silly. So he might just get away with the command center yet again. The Reaper is going to miss Scout first as he does go to the bottom right. So a little unfortunate, but very fortunate for Marine King. One of the things we saw as well, his macro worked out really nicely. There was that one fight in the middle of the map, and that was cool, and that was well done. But for the most part, Marine King really came through, and he was able to just produce a crap ton more Marines than his opponent. And we saw just the effects that had on Gumiho, especially at the end of the game. Welcome back, James, by the way.
Yes, thank you.
Well, swapping around right now, the factory gonna start pumping out the Hellions. Marine King, if you missed it, did go for the earlier command center yet again. So very similar build to last time.
Looks like it. And a Viking first. Is it? Am I seeing this right? Gumiho baking Viking first?
No. Well, hang on. We'll talk about that in a second. He's got to keep this Hellion alive. Oh, wow. There we go. Nice spawn time. But yeah, not a Viking, but a Banshee.
A good jump out of Gumiho. Oh, Banshee. Yep. Was it a Viking first or no? It was just Banshee. I just didn't see it right, did I?
Yeah, it's a Banshee.
Okay. Gumiho's not really in a great position, but being crossed definitely helps. He can throw down his command center with the Banshee harassment. And
I'm surprised he's getting so many of the Hellion kills, by the way. Chase this one down the middle of the map too. It's not going so great for Gumiho in the early game.
No.
Although this is a...
And it kind of looks like maybe Marine King's going to go for mech.
I would love to see mech, but that's so unprecedented out of Marine King. I mean,
yeah, the other way around, right? Because
I don't think it's going to be mech. I mean...
Impressive Hellion micros.
Yeah, they're dancing quite well on the other side of the field, but I don't think it's going to be mech. I mean,
wow, look at them dance! Holy crap!
Gumiho does lose this fight, though, and this is pretty big. Hellions snowball pretty darn quick, but with the Banshee on the way, he should be able to hold this. Banshee is going to enter the base of Marine King, but the missile turret's put up, and almost loses it. Almost. And looks like, yeah, he holds back at home. This was all kinds of messy for an early game opener.
One shot, boom.
Oh, did you lose the Banshee? Okay, sorry, let's get back at home. He just defended off those Hellions. Look at the units lost tab right now, though. I mean, really, it's not that dissimilar, but it's not like Marine King's quite snowballed yet. His army supply is massive compared to Gumiho, considering it's Hellions versus Marines. You called mech. I'm still waiting to see if that's going to be the case or not. He's dedicated to mech for now. Lots more Hellions on the way, but a third CC as well. Gumiho's also going for 2 expansions while this happens, but as we see, the Banshee is doing a pretty darn good job of holding these Hellions.
Oh, 2 Vikings almost.
Almost got out of stealth range too.
Last blissel.
Yeah, like 1 pixel further, and that may have not done no damage, but I really like that Gumiho double expanded behind this. He knew Marine King was going to be going for that faster through CC. It's Marine King after all, but he's not letting up. He's going to pick up 2 more Hellions in the middle of the map, and he's going to be unloading 4 in the main in that dead space, and Gumiho has nothing to cover this. The reason he's been keeping everything out of the base is because he's had a long time to drag and kill those Hellions outside the natural, but now coming towards the main, oh, if he doesn't see this coming, this is going to hurt.
And it actually is going to be mech from Marine King. I think Marine King just expected Gumiho to go full mech on this map.
I don't know that I've ever seen Marine King play mech.
Me neither.
In like 100 Terran games versus Terran, it's always bio. This is kind of cool, guys. I'm getting the nerd chills just a little bit, but the problem is this may end before it even has a real chance to begin. Gumiho may well lose a lot of SCVs here. He's also going mech, so if this does go mech versus mech, that'd be really cool to see. But attacking the SCVs kind of signals something's up. He just start pulling the workers away. It's going to minimize damage taken. Oh, but he just doesn't have a lot to fight this off. 2 tanks will do quite well, but they're quite a distance away. Picks up, looking to drop behind that mineral line, pulling off once again. Gumiho wants to take no chances, no risks.
Mules, though, mules are being wasted. That always hurts to see as a Terran player myself.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a what's the right word? Pride.
Well, while this was going on, I didn't realize Banshee was picking up a couple of SCVs. Yeah, I don't know if pride is the right word. I think it's just more like panic. Grab all the things and run.
No. I mean the mech out of Marine King.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. This is so weird.
Gumiho.
Like, we've seen Marine King so many times in the Ultima League. It's still blowing my mind that we do have mech actually being played out of him. This is really cool.
I think it's purely because he's playing against Gumiho.
Maybe.
Look at the chase.
I know, like, what's it gonna do? Unload Hellions to shoot the Banshee? Just kidding. Like,
right before they hit the ground, just fire one in the air.
Well, Hellions becoming Hellbats.
A lot of these move out of Bomber earlier this summer.
This is
actually Foxtrot though.
It's gonna be hard to get this command center out alive. He lands it. The Hellbats can possibly push into it. We do have 2 Hellbats in towards the main. Unloads directly on top of the tank. Yep. Yeah, the SCVs are being pulled into it too. It's almost like bait. Meanwhile, the Vikings are slowly getting picked off, but they don't have to kill a lot. They just have to kill enough to open the way. Looks like the tank did go down, and so do the Hellbats. Nice surround on those SCVs. Good job, boys.
Oh.
Quite defense drone, holding for a little bit, but runs out of juice. However, the Hellbats are not going to be able to push into this siege tank line just yet. I mean, it's not a lot of siege tanks, but it's so risky to just throw those in for nothing. So Marine King just continues to expand his lead as he is on 3 bases, whereas he's kind of soft containing Gumiho.
What I would have loved to see was, instead of trying to snipe off those Banshee with Vikings, what if he had landed them and just went YOLO swag? Because we've seen Bomber make it work.
It's so risky, though. I mean, Vikings, their damage isn't bad on the ground, but it's... You never know, right?
Yeah.
He's going to go for the push, though. Hellbats can soak some hits from tanks.
And siege tanks were not in siege mode.
I like
this will probably do it. Oh,
this is, yep. Gumiho's got not a lot left. The blue flame doesn't do bonus damage to armored, but it sure looks cool. Good game is going to be called, and Marine King will knock out Gumiho and move to the semifinals where he'll square off against Liquid Hero.